Droners, what's up? B here, and it's another episode of Droner News. We got drones with billboards on them. We have drones that are literally cutting MLB pitchers and drones that are hunting mosquitoes. So let's get right into it. Coming in at number one, yes, I gave you a little bit of a teaser on this one saying that a drone cut an MLB pitcher, but it's kind of more like he cut himself. MLB pitcher Trevor Bauer, he's actually in the postseason right now with the Cleveland Indians, which is a big deal, and he was supposed to start pitching, but this guy decided it was time to play with his drone. And while he was playing with it, apparently it started up and the motor cut him. Now, the article doesn't tell me what kind of drone it is, so I don't really know, but I do know that his pinky got sliced open that required 11 stitches. And the only reason I bring this up for Droner News is that you have to make sure when you're working on your drone, you have the battery disconnected and the drone powered off. This is a safety reminder from Droner. So don't be like Mr. Bauer here, guys. Make sure your drone's ready to be worked on when you're working on it. Coming in at number two, we have drones crashing into planes. The British Department of Transportation is proposing something quite interesting. Since there's been so many near misses of drones running into airplanes or airplanes running into drones, however you want to look at it, they wanted to see actually what would happen, because it's not really much of a, is this going to happen? It's just a matter of when it's going to happen at this point. So they actually want to see what's going to happen. And so they're proposing to have planes fly off and actually have them crash into drones, into the windshield, into different parts of the plane, and see what happens to the plane. I think that something might happen with the battery, like the LiPo battery might explode. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's still worth testing. So they're going to get the test on just to figure it out and see how they can make airplanes safer, because like I said before, it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. And so they're just, I guess, being safe. Either way, I'd love to watch this to see what would happen if I ever got hit by a plane, which would never happen. All right, so once again, Uber in drones. Like, apparently this taxi company is just about everything nowadays. I don't know how they could, whatever. Either way, they have in Mexico City, they have established their presence as Uber. And they are doing that, and they're really focusing on South America right now because they just recently failed in China. And so now they're going all into South America and Mexico, and what they're doing is they're advertising their services in the worst way possible. It's really creative, but it's interesting. They hired a bunch of Inspire One pilots to put billboards under their drones in the traffic in Mexico City, and then fly around saying, I bet you wish you weren't in this traffic. I bet you wish you weren't having to drive right now. Like, pretty much just signs just like making fun of them. While they're stuck in traffic, there's just a drone just flying right at them. Like, yeah, I bet you wish you weren't here. It's like, wow, like, that's really annoying and really creative at the same time. And I actually was hoping that a part of the story was gonna be how many of them got shot down or beaten by road rage, but I didn't hear anything about that yet. Stay tuned. So everybody hates mosquitoes, right? I hate mosquitoes. Mosquitoes love me because, I mean, of course. But mosquitoes are the worst thing ever. And the doctors at Adelaide, y'all, I'm sorry guys, University in Australia, that's why it's hard to pronounce, are developing drones that can destroy mosquitoes. And the way that they do that is in 3 phases. They'll have drones that go over pools of water, and then they analyze the pool. They locate still pools of water. That's number 1. Number 2, they analyze the pools of water to see if there's any mosquito larvae in them. And number 3, if there are, then it has a little mechanism on that drops like a mosquito larva killing tablet into the water, which is the best thing ever. I wish I had those. But either way, they're doing that, and it's kind of a big deal because these mosquitoes are a real problem because of climate change in the area. And there's a lot of still water, and it's just really bad. And people, of course, can go in and drop these pills in the water, but of course, that's risking getting all the diseases that mosquitoes spread. Anyway, so this is supposed to, once again, have drones helping people, and this might be my favorite example of that, because I hate mosquitoes. And coming in last but not least is Amazon making a drone. Now, we've talked about Amazon making drones before, and we're like, oh yeah, they're gonna be doing delivery drones and all that, but they have bigger aspirations, or maybe we can call it smaller. They're developing a really small UAV that will be kind of like a personal assistant. It'll respond to your voice commands. It'll pretty much just follow you around and, you know, do a lot of stuff for you, like facial recognition, just take pictures for you. But one of the big things they're talking about is that it'll be good for security. Or like, you know, working with like police. It's like, oh, I'm chasing this guy down, but I've had too many donuts. The drone will just follow the person or something, I guess. I think it's just really, really cool to have the idea of like little floating drones that are like our personal assistants. It's like Halo. I don't know if you ever played that game, like having the floating thing, or Legend of Zelda, like Little Fairy. Like that's what this is, like seriously. And it's funny though, because one of the things they were saying that they're using it is like a security thing. It's like, yeah, if you're walking down an alley at night, then you have this little drone to protect you. It's like, if I was gonna be stealing something from you and you had a little expensive looking drone flying with you, that'd probably be the thing I stole. Like, oh yeah, this will protect you. Yeah, watch it. Watch protect you. It's mine now. But either way, it's really interesting just to be able to have, you know, a little floating fairy next to you and be really cool with it. And I just kind of want to have one so I could be like, yeah, I'm Droner and this is my personal drone. Hey droners, thanks for tuning in for this week's edition of Droner News. Really appreciate you being here. And if you want to be here more, you can click here because we have more Droner News and they're always interesting. Or if you want to be able to see me fly drones, possibly crash them a little bit, and just play with drones and cool drone stuff and drone racing stuff in general, you can click there. Yes, this arm was necessary. Either way, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe because we really appreciate it when you do that. Welcome to 500, Droner. And as always, stay fly.